Welcome back to the Convocation Center. And boy, these two teams have quite the tough act to follow. I'm Ethan Sargent. Alongside me is Cade Williamson. We saw just an absolute instant classic of a matchup here in the first game of the night as River Valley took down Unioto 66-65 in overtime.
Yeah.
Thrilling finish in that one, but now we shift our focus over to the Muskingum Valley League. These two teams are real familiar with each other, and they know what it takes to win the big games as Maysville takes on New Lexington. Cade, you look at this matchup, there's star players on both sides of the court. Let's start off with New Lexington, who are the underdogs tonight. They're going to have to try and drag Maysville down, but they absolutely have the players to do it.
Yeah, Isaiah Stevens is a major guy that we're going to have to keep an eye on this evening for New Lexington. You know, he leads the way for that squad. He's been out for a while. There in the stretch at the beginning of this month, he was out. They went on a bit of a losing skid, but he's back. He's healthy. He really helped them get to where they're at right now. Their first district title since 1998, Ethan. It's been a while for this squad, but they are very, very, very happy to be here back at the Convo. They played last week against Megs just a week ago. They took down the Marauders, the #1 seed in the Southeast District, took down them in Division 4. I mean, this New Lex team, talk about MVL just squads overall. I mean, I just want to talk about the NBL for a second. You know, I've been in and around of that league for a long time in my life. Just north of it, played against some of the teams that were there back in my days of playing high school sports as a man who grew up around the Buckeye Lake area. But, you know, when you look at both these squads, you look at New Lexington, both these teams didn't actually used to be in the same side of the NBL.
No, they just
switched it with Maysville. They just moved over to the small division of the NBL this year. It's a conference game now. It's a true conference game. Now, the NBL, they play every single team plays each other in the conference and counts toward the conference record. Obviously, you have the teams, you play the teams in the divisions twice, and you play the cross-conference games once throughout the season, and it switches where you play every single year. Very familiar to what it is, just a bit north of the LCL, where I'm more versed.
So these two teams did see each other
Yes,
twice this year.
they did.
Maysville won both times. It was a comfortable win
Yes,
the second time, but no Stevens in that game. The first game was early in the season. It was a 7-point win at home for Maysville. I expect this game to go a little bit more like that first matchup. Let's talk about Maysville a little bit. This is a really good basketball team. Defending state runners-up, and they've got a star in Gator Nichols.
Yeah, Gator Nichols obviously is the guy that leads the way for this squad. He got quality minutes as a freshman here 2 years ago for that team that was led by Hayden Jarrett and Alex Bob. Bob was obviously back last year. He graduated, and now Nichols has taken the spot. This is a young Maysville team. No seniors listed on this entire roster. They are a junior-filled squad, and Coach David Brown, I mean, the way that he's been able to get this team. 3 straight district titles. They've been a dominating force in the NBL. They've been taking on the NBL powerhouses. They've been taking on the state of Ohio powerhouses, Ethan. They went all the way to the state championship last year, lost to Kettering Archbishop Alter in the state title game in Division 2, but they're looking to go back to Dayton. That is the goal for this team. This team wants to be in Dayton, and they want to raise that trophy for the first time ever in Southtown's history.
Well, they will take a big step towards that if they can get past a familiar foe tonight in the New Lex Panthers. But the Panthers are not keen to let them do that so easy. Panther versus Panther matchup.
Yes.
Maysville versus New Lex. We'll step aside here when we come back. Starting lineups and tip from the Convo. You're watching high school basketball on Total Media Sports.
Hungry for something amazing? Sully's in the Valley is now open in Beaver, serving up the best flavors around, from sizzling brick oven pizzas to what might be the best Reuben in Ohio. Every bite is made with top quality, high-grade ingredients, fresh, flavorful, and crafted to perfection. Sully's is your new go-to spot. Come see what everyone's talking about. Sully's in the Valley, now open in Beaver.
Crowd on their feet. Great student sections again, just like the last game for New Lex and Maysville. The great, the legendary Lou Horvath, as always, in the house here for his high school basketball, and he's about to introduce the starting lineups. While he does it for the people here in the arena, we'll do it for you at home. Cade, get us started with the New Lexington Panthers.
Yeah, New Lexington comes into this one as the away team. And going into this one, we'll go with their starting lineups. First in the backcourt, you got the senior guard, standing 6 feet 1 inches tall, Isaiah Stevens, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and a block against Megs in that district championship game. You've got Bentley Hansen, the senior guard, wearing number 20, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall. Lane Ratliff, the sophomore guard, wearing number 4, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall. And then the 2 forwards on the inside, you've got the junior wearing number 12, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, Paul Stinson, and then Eli Stevens, the other Stevens, in this starting lineup. The sophomore forward, standing 6 feet 4 inches tall, wearing number 34. New Lexington represents the Southeast District as district champions. They come into this one as the 4 seed out of the Southeast District, 15-10 overall record. Their head coach is Jeremy Dewar, and he's in his 9th season. And boy, a lot of talk around him in this run that they've been able to go on. First district championship since 1998 for the New Lexington Panthers. They're 8-8 overall in the conference, and like we said, they represent the Muskingum Valley League Small School Division. Now for the Maysville Panthers, boy, this team. Got to talk about this team. First, you got to go about the starters here and looking throughout. You've got the junior guard wearing number 0, 6 feet even inches tall, Gator Nichols. We're going to keep an eye on him throughout the entire basketball game. Moving forward down the lineup, you've got the junior guard sitting 5 feet 11 inches tall, number 11, Landon Iden. Moving forward down the starting lineup, you've got the junior forward, number 24, standing 6 feet 3 inches tall, and Jordan Watson. And then the final 2 men on the inside, the bigs, the junior forward standing 6 feet 5 inches tall, wearing number 23, Kane Rorig. And then the junior forward wearing number 4, standing 6 feet 4 inches tall, number 4, Cade Rock. That's the starting lineup there for the Maysville Panthers. They're the number 1 seed out of the East District in Division 4. They are 23-3 overall, 14-3 representing the Muskingum Valley League Small School Division. And they are head coached by Dave Brown, and boy, he's done a great job with this program over the last years. He's in his 8th season, coming off 3 straight district titles for the Panthers from Southtown.
And again, when you think about where Maysville has been, which is Dayton, which is state championship aspirations, they will look to try and continue their road to redemption this year. But again, a stout conference foe stands in their way, a team they're very familiar with. Let's briefly look back at those 2 matchups they played earlier this year. We mentioned this a second ago. The first matchup was back on December 10th, which feels like it was years ago at this point.
Yes.
Maysville won it 55-48 at home, and the second game was at New Lexington, and it was a dominating victory for the Maysville Panthers, 72-45.
We talked about
the big
this
caveat. Yes.
Yeah, Stevens was out in that basketball game for New Lexington with an injury. They went on that really about four-game skid there at the beginning of this month. They've turned it around with his health coming back,
5.
and they have been on a streak and streaking here to the convo are the New Lexington Panthers. Here we go, Ethan. Game 2.
Game 2. The student section's in full voice. Tip is going, and I think New Lex actually won it, but Maysville was able to grab it. Here's Nichols, straight to the hoop for 2, no good. Tip in, no good. And the third bite at the cherry is sunk, and that's Cade Rock.
Cade Rock gets going early there, got a rebound offensively. The other one that was crashing the boards there, I believe, on the inside was Rorig, who got the first rebound there in that situation.
New Lex will go to work on their first offensive possession with Lane Ratliff. And now in the hands of Bentley Hansen. Hansen inside. It's to the other Stevens here. This is Eli Stevens putting it up, no good. Rebound Maysville. Nice kick into the corner for 3. It's Iden. And no good. Got the roll. Rebound bounced around, and Maysville snags another offensive board. Second bite at the cherry for 3 is cashed.
Dang. Watson out the gate early with that big 3.
Not the start New Lex would have liked to see. The Panthers will now have to respond. They're down 5 early.
Yeah, and they got to settle in this basketball game. Got to work here with Isaiah Stevens. Get the offense rolling here for the Panthers of New Lexington.
Stevens got the ball out of his hands, and he gets it over to Hansen. Now in the corner, this is Stenson. He puts it up and in. There's the start for New Lex.
It was Paul Stinson. Yeah, easy bucket there for Stinson. Finally gets New Lexington on the board. Settle in right now. That's what you got to do here.
Maysville will go back to work on offense. And it's in the hands of Rohrig. Now, tried to get it in. Good save there by Watson. Watson back to Rohrig. And he'll get it into Iden. New Lex wanted to walk there, didn't get it.
Good
Here's
defense.
Gator Nichols. Deep three. No good. Off the front of the rim. And it hit off the back. And then that's a third offensive rebound. They've had an offensive rebound on every possession. Nichols to the cup for two. Got it.
Great take from Gator Nichols. Fantastic finish at the cup. He had a great basketball game against Indian Valley in their district title matchup out at Muskingum. Not too far of a trip from Maysville out there to Muskingum and New Concord, but 23 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals for the junior Nichols. And as I said, he's been here before. He got quality minutes for that team 2 years ago that came here to the convo and was a very big
nice
contributor.
Pass to the corner for 3. Panthers respond.
Bang, big 3.
Ratliff drills that one.
Yeah, that Ratliff name is very familiar to the New Lexington Panther faithful. Yet another Ratliff in the storied history of the New Lexington Panthers.
7-5. Good start early for both teams. Nichols spinning. Looking for a roll, and they get a foul.
We'll go to the line.
That will be a shooting foul, so Gator Nichols will go back to the line for 2. They get him on the block.
And Maysville is a fantastic, both these teams really good teams from the free throw line. Maysville coming into this one 76.44% from that charity stripe. New Lexington comes into this one 74.02% as a team from the free throw line.
Gator Nichols' first free throw is up and good. Nichols averages 26.7 points per game.
Yeah, one of the better players, I would say, in the MVL overall is Nichols. They don't have the all MVL teams out yet, but he was the District 12 Division IV Player of the Year.
Second free throw drilled. He's got 4 early points. Leads all scores as of now. 9-5 is the early lead for the Maysville Panthers over the New Lexington Panthers. Here's Eli Stevens, kicks it in the corner. This is Ratliff driving inside. Nice kick, 3-ball, got it!
Bang!
Stenson, he's got 5.
And another big 3 there from New Lexington. They're starting to get back into this game. It was a 5-0 run out the gate for Maysville. New Lex has answered quickly.
Here's another 3-ball. Maysville responds.
Bang!
That's Cade Rock.
We're letting it fire early in this basketball game.
12-8. 4:36 to play in a frenetic opening quarter. Nice cut inside. Stevens to the cup.
Didn't get it.
A lot of New Lex faithful wanted a foul there, and now they get a reach.
And we'll go against.
That will be Stevens who commits the foul.
First foul of the basketball game second foul of the game for the Panthers.
Yeah, Ratliff committed the first foul.
They did not mess around with the turnaround here between these two games. As soon as River Valley exited the court after the win, they said they hit the horn and then we're ready to roll for game 2.
And both of these teams were probably sitting watching overtime in the tunnels.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, great defense there, and it
almost
rolled
it
away, but luckily for Maysville, it got straight back to a Panther in white and blue. Gator Nichols has the basketball once again, spinning inside, being defended by Hansen, and now great defense.
Almost out of bounds off of Maysville in that situation.
A slight tip by New Lex keeps it. Maysville Panther basketball. I really do like Maysville's uniforms, by the way. Nice blue trim.
They got new ones recently with that.
Very nice.
The paint splotches.
Yes. New Lex, not too shabby either. I always loved New Lex's scheme with the orange and black.
And a little bit of gray, white almost in there as well.
Isaiah Stevens defending on Nichols. Nichols to the cup. And is that going to be an and one?
I think they said on the floor. No, they're going to count
it. They counted and one.
Yeah.
That looked like a couple of steps before the foul. But they're going to say it's an and one.
That'll go against Stevens, and he picks up 2 quick fouls, so already in trouble.
Wow. So a big swing there for Maysville, and a chance to take a 7-point lead, which is taken by Nichols.
Largest lead of the game right now.
Stevens has to check out of the game.
Yeah,
he can't afford to pick up a third foul.
He's trouble, and that's going to get Corey Adam, the senior, into this basketball game early. So you're absolutely right. They're playing behind the 8 ball, are the New Lex Panthers out the gate of this one. We'll see what Maysville does and switches up, maybe a bit more aggressive here defensively in this possession with Isaiah Stevens on the bench.
Sets the screen there. Eli Stevens, that was, sets it for Hansen. Now Hansen gets it in the corner to Stenson, gets it back to him. Driving inside, spotting up. No good. Rebound, Maysville. Back the other way go the Panthers. Controlling the basketball here is Eden. Iden driving inside, spinning, being defended by Hansen, putting it off the glass and getting it to go.
What a shot there from Landon Iden.
Beautiful. The lead is 9. Some pressure here from Maysville. Hansen's in a little bit of trouble. And they get a foul.
It will go against Iden, I believe, with the reach.
Yep.
Yes, it will.
Right before that foul was called, Hansen was in real trouble.
Yes,
he was. He was about to throw the ball off of Iden to try and get it another side out.
And we're going to see.
And Iden will also head to the bench now after picking up that foul.
And Gavin Ferguson will see his first minutes of the basketball game for the Maysville Panthers.
New Lex will bring it back up the floor. Got to try and get a bucket here. We talk about momentum possessions all the time, and New Lex needs one badly here. Driving inside, rejected. That was Rohrig with the stuff. Ratliff with the take. In the corner now, Rohrig's got it back. He gets it to Nichols. Nichols driving inside, lost the basketball. It'll stay with Maysville. Inside, Nichols has it back. Nichols kicks it, not quite in the pocket, so he had to pass it off. Spinning,
good defense.
Putting it up. Great take. Beautifully done from Gavin Ferguson.
Good bucket there. I mean, Maysville, they were only up by 1. It was 9-8. They're now on a 10-0 run. That's going to force New Lexington calling a timeout here.
Right now, Maysville feeling it early in the Convocation Center. 30-second timeout. We'll step aside. You're listening to high school basketball on Total Media Sports.
Are you feeling the chill or battling the heat? Look no further than Austin Heating and Cooling, your one-stop solution for all your HVAC needs. Serving Beaver, Ohio and beyond, we offer complete residential and light commercial services, including HVAC installation, repairs, and maintenance. But that's not all. Partnered with Village Construction and Septic, we provide comprehensive solutions from walk-in coolers to wood boilers, plumbing, and even camper services. With over 15 years of experience, you can trust us to keep you comfortable all year round. Call Corey Austin at 835-1365 or find us on Facebook. Austin Heating and Cooling, your comfort is our priority.
You're watching Total Media Sports coverage of the OHSAA Convo Tournament. Don't forget to subscribe for more local sports content.
Got to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, a couple of our sponsors. We appreciate everybody who tunes in with us here. And for New Lexington, it's First National Bank of Junction City. We thank them as New Lex gets back on the board. Nice job by Hansen driving to the hoop for 2.
He finally gets on the board there. That's what New Lex is going to need. They're going to need him to step up a bit here, especially after that timeout and after that 10-0 run from the Maysville Panthers.
Here's Gator Nichols. Watson tried driving inside there a second ago, had to kick it out. Nichols spotting up from the free throw line, no good.
Good seal out by
and
Isaiah
great
Stevens.
seal out by Eli Stevens, the younger brother of Isaiah, who's still on the bench right now with the 2 fouls.
That was the first rebound in the basketball game for New Lexington, Ethan. It went all the way to 140 in the quarter.
Great stat.
I had to make sure I had it right there. Maysville, I mean, obviously wasn't missing, and every time that they were, just worked out of bounds or got offensive rebounds.
Here's Eli Stevens trying to drive inside, spinning, got to kick it out, and he does. And Hansen will reset.
Watson got a hand on that.
Hansen almost lost the ball. Now a couple of risky passes there, but New Lex keeps it. Driving inside now is Adam. Adam putting it up, no good. Rebound Maysville. 19-10 is the advantage for the Panthers of Maysville, going up against, obviously, their opposite Panthers of New Lexington. Nichols.
Tough take.
Spinning, driving, and finishing.
Man, he's taking over this basketball
Gator
game
Nichols.
right now. 9 points already earlier in this basketball game for Gator Nichols. I told you, Ethan. I mean, he was getting quality minutes as a freshman for this squad that was here in the Convo just 2 years ago. Now they're seasoned. Now this team has been here multiple times. They're used to playing in the Convo.
Now they're looking inside for Eli Stevens, and it wasn't there.
We're going to see a substitution as Iden will check back into the game. He'll get.
It was Corey Ryan or Adam trying to get in there.
Kane Rohrig will check a rest on the bench.
All the way out, and
Almost
Stevens
lost
has
it.
to
They did
corral
lose
it. He does lose it. Maysville back the other way. 3-on-1. Putting it up. No good, but the rebound is there for Maysville.
Cade Rock's been crashing the board so
He
far.
has, and
Already
that's
4 rebounds.
It's been the biggest issue in this game early
They're out
for New Lexington.
rebounding them right now. It is currently an 8-1
Three
difference.
ball,
Need this.
no good. Rebound by Maysville. That was Iden on the rebound.
And they're dominating the glass right now, are the Panthers.
Deep three, Nichols. Three
Almost got the
rolls off
roll.
the glass, didn't go. And now the deep shot from Stevens is no good. And Maysville with early control in this basketball game. 23-10 is the advantage after a quarter. You're listening to high school basketball on Total Media Sports.
You're watching Total Media Sports coverage of the OHSAA Convo Tournament. Don't forget to subscribe for more local sports content.
Maysville up early, 13-point advantage. Right now, they're up 23-10, shooting 60% from the field and crashing the glass right now.
Yeah, dominating the glass right now are the Maysville Panthers. 9 rebounds in that first quarter compared to New Lexington's 2.
That's the difference right now.
Good
Nice
take.
spin inside from
Good
Hansen
take.
and
Great
got it
take.
to go. And one. That's how you get a shot of momentum right at the start of the quarter. As Bentley Hansen will go to the line for the bonus.
And the foul will go against Nichols.
Stevens back in the game as well. Isaiah Stevens, who had 2 fouls early in that first quarter.
Got to be careful
He
here in
has
this
to be
second.
careful. You really don't want to pick up a third.
And he's the guy that's led them offensively for a majority of this year.
Free
Missed
throw,
it.
no good. Maysville will bring it up
Uncharacteristic.
the floor with Eden.
New Lexington shoots at about three out of the 4 opportunities from the line they're able to convert. 0 for 1 to start the night.
Nice dump off there. Eden's got it back, gets it to Nichols. Nichols being defended by Ratliff.
Lost his footing. Oh, he was glad that he could get his feet underneath in there. He slipped for a second.
Try to get the switch, and they do. Now back on it here. This is Ferguson being defended by Ratliff, who's been busy in the zone. In the corner for 3. No good. Short, and oh, it goes!
What a bounce.
Wow, what a bounce. Watson. How does that go down?
It's a great question there. Second 3 of the ball game, though, for Watson. Extends the lead now to 14. Largest of the game right now for the Maysville Panthers.
My goodness. Hansen now has got to get rid of it. Picked up the dribble. He gets it to Stevens. Stevens got the screen from Thresher. Now drives inside. Denied. And Maysville, Stevens.
Oh, almost turned it over.
wasn't out of bounds, and
Stevens
now it was turned over.
thought it was.
Nichols trying to go coast to coast. No good.
And foul.
There's going to be a foul.
It's going to go there against Rock. It was a loose ball foul against Cade Rock.
So a bit of a wild sequence there. 26-12 with 6:37 to play in this first half.
You see Rowery check right back into this game.
Yep.
You have Rock a rest on the bench. Rock's played very well so far in this basketball game.
A lot of boards.
Yes, 4 rebounds so far. He has, I believe, 7 points to his credit as he heads to the bench. Leads right behind Nichols in points for the Maysville Panthers.
Yeah, those guys got 16. New Lex only has 12 right now, and they need to get it up. How about Hansen to try and get him onto it? No good. Nichols controls the basketball.
Still just dominating the boards right now. Maysville already double digits into that rebound category. Only
And
2
almost stolen
for New
away.
Lex.
Nearly almost stolen away again.
Jump. It favors
And it's
the.
a jump ball. It'll stay with Maysville.
Yes, it does.
Couple of guys fighting for the basketball there. Gavin Ferguson was on it. Now Landon Iden will check it in. Second team guard in that same district, District 12.
Yeah, that's that central, almost the central area, Central Ohio area. Close enough.
Here's Ferguson spinning. Gets it to Nichols. They wanted a moving screen there, New Lexington. They didn't get the call. Now Nichols. This is what he does best.
Taking their time here with this possession. Almost the longest possession of the game right now for Maysville.
Watson gets it back to Ferguson, and he returns the favor. Watson has the basketball at the top of the key. Picked up the dribble, got it into the corner. This is Rorik. Back to Watson. Watson back to Rorik.
Good defense here from
In the
New
corner.
Lex.
New Lex doing great defensively here.
And, I mean, great job from Ratliff, the sophomore, being tasked with guarded Nichols. He's worked well against him. Now, obviously, it's
Nichols
Thresher.
on Thresher, and that is what you call a heartbreaker, because Gator Nichols can just spot up and hit shots like that.
Already at 12 points in this basketball game for Maysville. Nichols not missing, really not missing.
I mean, you play great defense for an entire possession.
Stevens, what a take. What a block.
And then it's blocked. Rorig, so good interior defensively. Thresher put it up,
and he was
and
fouled.
they get a foul the second time. Maysville are just hitting all their spots right now.
Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. As two opportunities here for New Lexington. Have to convert here if you're Thresher. I mean, trailing largest lead of the ball game right now for Maysville with the difference at 15. First one up and no good. Over 2 from the stripe as a team are the New Lexington Panthers so far.
Right now, just staring down the barrel of a major deficit. You just need to take your layups. And you can think about that literally or metaphorically in both senses as the second one goes down, 29-13. Maysville will go back to work on offense. Here's Rorig, who did really well defensively there on that possession up until the foul. Now Watson dumped it off to Nichols, and Nichols has it at the top. Nichols
going to work,
spinning,
baby. Going to work.
Driving. How about the
Going
handles?
to work.
How about the spin? How about the finish?
Go to work.
Oh, my goodness.
Can't stop him right now, and he's just grinning ear to ear with a grin on right now for Nichols.
Going as well. And New Lex staring down a major deficit. Stevens to Stevens there, and all the way out. Got to be careful, and it's going to be an over and back.
Turned it over. Surprisingly, Ethan, that's only the third turnover in this basketball game for New Lexington. The problem is right now Maysville can't miss. 63.2% from the floor, 57.1% from three. They're crashing the boards offensively. For their first, I want to say their first 10 or so possessions, they just went down the court and just scored. Easy, easy, easy.
Here's Nichols, who's got 14 points, 2 rebounds, dumps it off in the corner to Iden. Now Rorig will pull up for 3. No good, short rebound by Hansen. Here goes Stevens back down the floor. They need to get him going. Putting up a 3 is Eli Stevens. No good. Rebound by Nichols. Strong rebound, and he was fouled.
So it'll be Hansen with the foul, his first. They've done a good job of not allowing Isaiah Stevens to pick up his second foul, but it's just been a tough night shooting from the floor for New Lexington. When you look at it overall as a team from 3, they shoot better than what they do from the field, not percentage-wise, but more on an average-wise. They shoot about 32% from 3 and about 43% from the field. Very efficient in both categories, obviously, but you obviously want a better night right now if you're a New Lexington fan.
There was a tip by Hansen, but it didn't
almost
quite
turned it over.
Out. A couple of tip outs. Here's a 3 from Iden. No good. Rebound.
Need it. Need it.
And there's going to be a foul.
I think it might be against
Rock again.
It's either Rock or Hansen. We'll see who they whistle.
Rock.
It's Rock. That's his second. Him and Hansen were scrapping forward on the inside. And so far for New Lexington, the interesting thing is no points right now for Isaiah Stevens. He's been locked down so far in this basketball game.
Got to get him going if you want to try and get back in this game. As right now the deficit is 18 points. Spinning inside, Hansen, nice take. Didn't get it to go. Hasn't been New Lex's night in and around the cup. Back in the corner, here's Rock. Nichols being defended very tightly by Hansen at the top after the deep three he just hit.
Another great
Nichols
take. Go
to
to
the
work.
cup for two.
Go to work, baby. Go to work. Go to work.
Timeout. Is there any stopping Gator Nichols right now?
No.
16 points, 3 assists, 2 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the first half. You're watching high school basketball on Total Media Sports.
In life's most challenging moments, turn to the compassionate staff at Cox Burkett Funeral Home in Beaver, Ohio. Whether you're facing an unexpected loss or considering pre-planned arrangements, the team is here to assist you every step of the way. You will be guided through all aspects of the arrangement process with care and understanding. At Cox Burkett Funeral Home in Beaver, they're there to support you in creating a service that honors and celebrates the life of your loved one. Cox Burkett Funeral Home, where compassion meets understanding. Call anytime.
Here we go, back in the second quarter of action here in New Lexington, in need of a shot of momentum. They trail by 20, 33-13. They'll try and get it here through Eli Stevens underneath the basket. He'll be rejected by Rohrig, who's been so good.
Third block of the game
underneath
already
the basket.
for Rohrig.
Now Isaiah Stevens will possess the basketball. He'll try and spin inside, and he'll be fouled. And he'll shoot a couple of free throws to try and get on the board. Fifth team foul, so New Lex is shooting free throws the rest of the way in this first half, and the first free throw no good from Stevens.
Yeah, they struggled so far, only 1 for 4 from the charity stripe right now for New Lexington as a team. Second one falls. Finally, Stevens is on the board.
Yeah, 1 point, 1 rebound, and 1 assist right now for Stevens. He had those 2 fouls, so he did sit out a lot of the first quarter, picked up 2 quick fouls early in this matchup. And that really hurt New Lex early because they just missed his scoring ability, and they weren't really able to keep up at the end of that. They were able to keep up early in the quarter, but not much towards the end, and now Maysville is just continuing the onslaught. They're 59% from the field. That number's going to go up, or no, it'll go down after that miss. Looked like it was going to go down, instead it rimmed out.
Yeah, good take there from Iden, just couldn't find the bottom of the bucket.
Stevens now will put up a weird shot and get it to go.
That
looked like Marcus Page in the 2017
Yeah.
National Championship game.
His first field goal falls, 16.
16,
field
you're
goals
right.
falls.
Now in the corner for 3 is Iden. Bang.
Ash answers.
I mean, every time New Lex even gets something in terms of momentum, right back the other way goes Maysville to just quell any sort of momentum.
Yeah, I mean, there's no other way to really put it.
Another
block
rejection.
from Rohrig.
That's
This is
4.
4 already. Poked away. Saved, somehow saved.
And
Timeout.
Yeah, I think they were going to be very close to a 10-second, and it'll be a full timeout. Minute 27 to play in this first half. Maysville largely been in charge. 36-17. We'll step aside. You're listening to Total Media Sports.
Hungry for something amazing? Sully's in the Valley is now open in Beaver, serving up the best flavors around, from sizzling brick oven pizzas to what might be the best Reuben in Ohio. Every bite is made with top quality, high-grade ingredients, fresh, flavorful, and crafted to perfection. Sully's is your new go-to spot. Come see what everyone's talking about. Sully's in the Valley, now open in Beaver.
Maysville will control the basketball up the floor. Minute 23 to play at the Convocation Center. Maysville trying to go back to Dayton for the second year in a row. They came up just short last year in their quest for a state title. And they're back in the Sweet 16 this year. And they will play River Valley, or one of these two teams will play River Valley in the next round, should there be.
Whoever wins, I mean, whoever gets it.
Whoever
Right now looks to be Maysville's favorite currently.
You never can't out New Lex. And what really hurt New Lex early in this matchup, I mentioned it before the break, was Stevens having to sit for a large majority of that first quarter with the two fouls.
When Maysville went on that run.
Yep, because it was New Lex briefly were within one. It was a 9-8 game, 9-8. And since then, Maysville have just been utterly dominant. It's been a 29-8 run since that moment.
They're still perfect from the stripe. 5 for 5 so far are the Southtown Panthers.
Some early pressure there from Eden on Hansen. Hansen breaks through it. Here's Stevens being defended outside, and that's a way off air ball. Back the other way go Maysville. 2 on none here. Putting it up, putting it in. Ferguson on the run out. 40-17.
I mean, they're continuing to have success right now, and we haven't heard much of Gator Nichols' name in a minute. That's how good this team
that
is.
That pass was awkward. He tried to get it all the way. It hit off the rim. I'm not sure if that counts as a shot attempt.
I guess we'll see if they give a rebound
Nichols,
to
there he is. He just had to pop up when you mentioned he was quiet. He didn't get that one, though, but there's a steal by Watson. Rohrig gets it back, and Nichols will reset. 20 seconds they'll hold for the final shot.
Well, they counted that as a shot because they gave the rebound to Nichols, so I guess that does go down as a shot attempt. At least here at the Convo, they're counting it as.
Nichols will get it to Rohrig. Gets it back to Nichols. Nichols spot up on Stevens, driving inside, putting it up, no good. 1 second, putting it all the way down the court, no good. And Maysville in total control right now at the halftime interval. 40-17. Maysville leads it. We'll step aside here for the halftime break. We'll break down the first half as well as preview the second, as well as what both teams can improve here as New Lex will try to get back in this game. You're listening to high school basketball on Total Media Sports.
Discover the ultimate destination for custom apparel at Elizabeth's Custom Tees. Specializing in direct-to-film printed apparel and top-notch embroidery, we bring your designs to life with crisp vibrancy. From sports team to businesses, we've got you covered. Our embroidery services offer a classic, high-quality finish. Whether it's clothing or accessories, we customize it all. Serving Beaver, Ohio, and beyond, contact Philip or Kristen Babs at 357-6531 or 395-4905. Visit us on Facebook or email elizabethstees@gmail.com. Elevate your style with Elizabeth's Custom Tees today.
Hungry for something amazing? Sully's in the Valley is now open in Beaver, serving up the best flavors around, from sizzling brick oven pizzas to what might be the best Reuben in Ohio. Every bite is made with top quality, high-grade ingredients, fresh, flavorful, and crafted to perfection. Sully's is your new go-to spot. Come see what everyone's talking about. Sully's in the Valley, now open in Beaver.
A proud sponsor of Eastern Pike Local School Sports, Chase Brown Law, LLC is your trusted attorney in Waverly, Ohio. Whether it's real estate, closings, title searches, estate planning, probate, child custody, or divorce, we're here to help. Visit us at 112 West 3rd Street or call 740-947-2176. Chase Brown Law, your partner in navigating life's legal complexities.
Attention DIYers and pros. Whether you're fixing buildings or upgrading, Williams Hardware has what you need. From power tools to plumbing supplies, paint to patio gear, we've got it all. Need expert advice? Our friendly staff is ready to help. Stop by Williams Hardware today, where quality meets service and the job gets done right.
Southeast Appalachian Regional Community Health of Ohio is proud to present The Search Project. The Search Project through the Jackson County Health Department is a program designed to decrease the negative impacts of COVID-19 and other public health issues and promote healthy behaviors through the deployment of community health work. The project is funded by CDC and serves 11 counties in southeastern Ohio. For more information, contact the Jackson County Health Department at 740-935-6322.
When every second counts, trust Emergency Medical Transport of Ohio. Covering Scioto, Pike, and Adams County, we're ready for any transport need. 911 emergencies, hospital transfers, dialysis, nursing home transports, and more. Safe, reliable, and always prepared. Our team is dedicated to getting you to where you need to be when you need to be there, because your care is our priority. Emergency Medical Transport of Ohio, ready when you need us. Serving Scioto, Pike, and Adams County. Call today or learn more online.
Looking for a delicious and healthy way to fuel your day? Look no further than DRN Nutrition in Piketon, Ohio. Energizing teas to protein-packed shakes, we've got the perfect boost to keep you going. Whether you're on the move or just craving something tasty, we have flavors you'll love and nutrition your body needs. Find us at 703 Southwest Street, Piketon, or call us at 740-835-6695 to order ahead. You're watching Total Media Sports coverage of the OHSAA Convo Tournament. Don't forget to subscribe for more local sports content.
Welcome back up here into the broadcast booth. I'm Ethan Sargent. Alongside me is Cade Williamson, and that was a first half that was really dominated by the Maysville Panthers. They're up 40-17 right now, and we'll start a little bit with what we saw in that first half. Just a really good performance on both ends of the floor for Maysville. Not only were they crashing the boards offensively and defensively, they just completely out-rebounded the New Lex Panthers, and then they just had this great shooting from Gator Nichols as well as others.
Yeah, I mean, they shot the ball really well in that first half. Ethan did, the Maysville Panthers in that situation. Roehrig on the inside, 4 blocks in that first half. It really just leads the way right now for Maysville. That's kind of turned the tide. I mean, like you said, they dominated that rebounding category right now. That's where we see the difference currently in favor of Maysville. That's what they've done. To start off the game, it was almost like I said, the first 10 possessions or so, they went with points because when they would miss, offensive rebounds fell the way for Maysville. It took New Lexington until the 140 mark in the first quarter to get their first rebound of the entire basketball game. That's been the difference so far. And also, you got to talk about foul trouble with Isaiah Stevens.
Yeah.
I mean, Isaiah Stevens there picked up 2 quick fouls in the first quarter, put them behind the 8 ball in that situation, and that's where Maysville really went on that run. They went on a 10-0 run when he was out of the ball game, extended the lead. It was 9-8 when he exited. It was 19-8 in the blink of an eye, just like that. And Maysville right back ahead, and they've just built on it since then with a 23-point advantage currently.
So Gator Nichols has 16 of those 40 points for Maysville. Think about, for the New Lex fans out there right now who are watching, try to think about how this team could get back in this game. Obviously, it's going to take a monumental effort, but what can they do to chip away at this lead and try and save their season?
Press. I think that's what you got to do in this situation. You've got to draw up a press right now if you're in the locker room with Coach Durer and his squad. You have to try to formulate something defensively that's going to create havoc for Maysville. You have to do something that's going to create many turnovers left, right, center from this Maysville squad. That's what New Lexington's going to have to do in this second half. That allows you to go on a streak. Because what New Lexington really is going to have to do is by the end of this third quarter, I don't know if you have to make it a single-digit game.
Yeah.
You'd like to make it a single-digit game, get it around 9 points. Around that 9 to 12-point mark is what New Lexington would like to do at the end of this third quarter, just to make it manageable in that situation, Ethan. That's all that they need to do is just make it manageable. But, you know, so far, only 30% from the field in this first half for New Lexington. You got to get some of those easy shots around the bucket. They missed some of those high-percentage shot opportunities. Got to get those to fall. Got to rebound. Got to do the little things.
100%.
The hustle plays, boxing out, making those easy shots.
They're only shooting 30% from the field right now. That's also going to have to be a number that gets raised significantly over the course of the second half. Players are getting back out onto the court and warming up here for the second half. We'll take a break and step aside. When we come back, we'll have the second half live from the Convocation Center. You're watching high school basketball on Total Media Sports.
Are you feeling the chill or battling the heat? Look no further than Austin Heating and Cooling, your one-stop solution for all your HVAC needs. Serving Beaver, Ohio and beyond, we offer complete residential and light commercial services, including HVAC installation, repairs, and maintenance. But that's not all. Partnered with Village Construction and Septic, we provide comprehensive solutions from walk-in coolers to wood boilers, plumbing, and even camper services. With over 15 years of experience, you can trust us to keep you comfortable all year round. Call Corey Austin at 835-1365 or find us on Facebook. Austin Heating and Cooling. Your comfort is our priority.
Hungry for something amazing? Sully's in the Valley is now open in Beaver, serving up the best flavors around, from sizzling brick oven pizzas to what might be the best Reuben in Ohio. Every bite is made with top quality, high-grade ingredients, fresh, flavorful, and crafted to perfection. Sully's is your new go-to spot. Come see what everyone's talking about. Sully's in the Valley, now open in Beaver.
Southeast Appalachian Regional Community Health of Ohio is proud to present The Search Project. The Search Project through the Jackson County Health Department is a program designed to decrease the negative impacts of COVID-19 and other public health issues and promote healthy behaviors through the deployment of community health work. The project is funded by CDC and serves 11 counties in southeastern Ohio. For more information, contact the Jackson County Health Department at 740-935-6322.
Discover the ultimate destination for custom apparel at Elizabeth's Custom Tees. Specializing in direct-to-film printed apparel and top-notch embroidery, we bring your designs to life with crisp vibrancy. From sports team to businesses, we got you covered. Our embroidery services offer a classic, high-quality finish. Whether it's clothing or accessories, we customize it all. Serving Beaver, Ohio, and beyond, contact Philip or Kristen Babs at 357-6531 or 395-4905. Visit us on Facebook or email elizabethstees@gmail.com. Elevate your style with Elizabeth's Custom Tees today.
In life's most challenging moments, turn to the compassionate staff at Cox Burkett Funeral Home in Beaver, Ohio. Whether you're facing an unexpected loss or considering pre-planned arrangements, the team is here to assist you every step of the way. You will be guided through all aspects of the arrangement process with care and understanding. At Cox Burkett Funeral Home in Beaver, they're there to support you in creating a service that honors and celebrates the life of your loved one. Cox Burkett Funeral Home, where compassion meets understanding. Call anytime.
Second half underway here from the Convocation Center. It is 40-17 right now. Maysville has the advantage over New Lexington, and New Lex gets us started here in this second frame. Nice attempted pass into Stevens, but it was knocked away, and it'll be a turnover.
Yeah, quick turnover there for New Lexington out the gate to start the second half. You know, that's not the situation that you wanted to see there if you're a fan of the New Lexington Panthers.
Got to just be able to control the basketball. Nichols, they got in that press, and there's a turnover.
Almost. Still scrapping
nearly,
for it, finally.
So that, you mentioned how they need to draw up a press and do a great job there. They get Nichols to commit the turnover.
First turnover of the game right now.
Wow. Here's a deep three. No good. Got nothing. Oh, now on the run out. Here's Rock. No good.
Can't get it to go.
And on the rebound there was Stenson. Here's Stevens on the basketball. Stevens on the left elbow, jumping inside. Now he needs to get rid of it. He does. Back out to Stenson, and quick ball movement gets it back to Stevens at the left elbow. He'll drive inside again, spin, and have it tipped away, but Harmon's there to pick up the loose ball. He'll put it up and in. Nice,
Needed that bucket there for New Lexington. Get comfortable here. Try to force, like I said, force some turnovers, get some ball pressure in this situation if you're New Lexington. Almost forced one there.
Almost did, and they're going to get a foul.
It's going to go, I believe, against Stenson.
Yep.
This second.
Nichols will inbound, and picking it up is Watson. Watson spinning inside, shooting, got it.
Easy.
Beautiful spinning shot there from Jordan Watson. First team forward in District 12.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of talent on this Maysville. A lot of talent on both of these rosters. Obviously, a lot of them were honored with their district teams, both by the coaches and the media.
Here's the three. No good. Hansen with the shot there. Didn't get it to go. Here goes Nichols back the other way. Watson into the corner for Eden. Eden got over the first block and left the second attempt short.
Stevens with the rebound. He got a little chippy under there with him and Rock.
Yeah.
Kind of leaned into him a bit.
Stevens on the basketball. He'll pull up. He'll try that awkward three again, and he'll be fouled. 3 free throws incoming for Isaiah Stevens.
It's almost a NBA play.
Looks like a certain New York Knicks superstar, Jalen Brunson there, who does that all the time. He does that lean in. Obviously, usually not from three-point range, but he loves to do that around the mid-block. Stevens gets the first free throw, and that's the second time we've seen Stevens in that spot. He made one. He made a shot like that earlier. There was no foul called. This time they give him the foul. He doesn't make the shot, but he'll shoot 3 free throws. Made the first one, and he misses the second. Corey Adam checks back into the game for Hansen. Second free throw is good. Back the other way goes Gator Nichols and the Panthers of Maysville. Gets it to Rohrig, almost threw it away.
Yeah, good press
that
here.
Press.
I like it.
And there's a turnover. New Lex got it. Stevens for 3, no good. Rebounded by New Lexington. Ratliff with the rebound. And now it's stolen away by Eden. Back the other way he goes, stopping on a dime and scoring.
Good bucket there from Landon Iden. Good work on the inside. Way to force that turnover there from the junior. Like I said, very junior-heavy team in Maysville. I don't know how you have a squad like this out of just straight juniors, and you're that talented. But, hey, that's what happens when you've got a lot of them
Stevens
playing.
Will pull up from the free throw line. No good. Rebound by Watson. And now a couple of Panthers collide into each other. Nichols thought about the 3. Instead, he kicks it to Iden for 3. Cash.
Easy. And
47-21, the Maysville lead. Timeout, New Lex.
Largest lead of the game right now for the Maysville Panthers. And we were just talking about that earlier in this basketball game, where it just seems like when New Lexington gets chipping away at that lead, Maysville, boom, counter punch right at you, right at the jaw for the Southtown Panthers. And, I mean, hey, they're playing very well here this evening, looking for a very similar result to what they had last year. Obviously, we talked about the run that they went on. They finished state runner-ups twice in the state of Ohio. Back in 1971 was their first major run, and 2024 last year was their second major run, and they were runner-ups both times. So they're looking for gold this year, are the Maysville Panthers, and I think that they're very, very dedicated this year. Yes, obviously we talked about a lot of their stars are juniors on this squad, and they have another year to go, but they played quality time last year. Quality parts of that team led by Alex Bobb and company in that squad. But, I mean, you got to talk about a guy like Gator Nichols. Was a very, very key contributor to that team last year.
I think, again, you mentioned the fact that there's no seniors on this squad, and it just fills you with confidence if you're a Maysville fan that, well, this team could be right back as Nichols, shortest player on the court, soaring for a rejection. And he's been pretty quiet scoring since the start of the half. Hasn't scored yet in this second half.
Got 2 assists, though.
But he's got some
2
assists.
rebounds as well.
Yeah, had the assist on that last 3 before the timeout. 3 scorers for Maysville in double digits, including Nichols. Harmon will slide inside, or Hansen, excuse me. Hansen got it, put it up, and got it to go. Hansen's got 8. That leads all scorers for New Lexington. 3 scorers in double digits include, for Maysville, obviously, Nichols, but also Iden and Watson as well. Watson's got 10, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Nichols inside,
what a take.
no good.
Can't get it to fall.
Tip out will go to Hansen. And now it's stolen away by Watson. Nichols wide open under the cup. He'll put it up and in for 2.
They need help.
And now another trouble just about getting out of that one.
Got numbers here, 5 on 4.
Is Stevens. Now they get in the corner. This is Hansen spinning inside, and it's tipped away.
Yeah,
back to Stevens.
Looked like he had an open lane there to take a shot, just kind of turned around there. I don't know if he got gun shy because of the blocks on the inside from Rohrig.
May have been part of it, as now it's dumped off underneath. The spacing not really working on this possession for New Lexington.
Yeah, it seems like they need to reset the offensive set here.
Driving inside, this is Adam. And now Stevens in the corner. He'll spin inside.
Good
Nice
pass.
pass. It's corralled.
And a block there from Rock.
Yeah, great block. Now corner three, no good. And it'll be tipped out, and it will go to Maysville.
Just a good defensive possession right there for Maysville. And it just seemed like New Lexington was out of sorts offensively there, trying to set up an opportunity. They had some opportunities on the inside, decided to do some drive and dish options. Looked like they had a handful of high percentage opportunities coming their way.
Malachi Thresher is back into the game now. Just rubbing out a wet spot on the floor after that last collision. And Nichols gets the basketball. Being defended strongly by Ratliff. Ooh, down on the floor. Back the other way. Putting it up, putting it in. You're playing with fire when you're playing against Gator Nichols.
Yeah.
And that time, he's provider. Spin there, nice move Harmon, but then he has it stolen away by Watson. Maysville's pace is blinding right now. Eyeing up, no good. And it's rebounded by Hanson. New Lex coming back the other way now. 51-23, Stevens from the parking lot. No good, rebound by Thresher. Inside for Thresher.
Out on the floor.
It'll be on the floor, no basket.
Look at Watson, his first. And Iden will take a rest on the bench. We'll see the first playing time of Cade Pickrell in this basketball game.
I did just see about 2 minutes ago, River Valley watched the first half of this game, and then they headed home. So they'll be interested to find out who their opponent is. They'll know in about 30, 40 minutes or so, unless we go to overtime like last one did.
Yeah.
I mean, what a game that was.
Thriller.
Unbelievable game.
Absolute thriller.
Talk about that one in the combo for a long time. As River Valley beats Unioto 66-65. Back the other way goes Maysville. Three, no good from Watson, and it's rebounded by Hanson. And now they're going to get a walk. Double dribble. By Hanson. Just tried to stop on a dime, didn't quite get it on a dime. More like a quarter.
It's been a tough night for New Lexington. No really other way to put it than that at this point. Currently trailing to the Maysville Panthers. It just seems like Maysville hasn't been able to miss. They're shooting 54% from the floor. New Lexington struggled shooting. It's only a 25% clip. Only a quarter of their shots are finding the bucket.
Great
turnover.
defense there.
Good work
by Hanson on Nichols. Oh, Stevens goes. That looked like a walk. They don't call it. Great bucket there from Stevens. And he does a great job getting to the hoop. I think on second look he had it on the second step. Here's Nichols. Good switch there from New Lex defensively. Nichols at the MAC logo, and it's tipped away by Stevens. 26 points is the advantage right now for the Panthers. Rohrig will check back into the game for Rock. And now Stenson will also check in. Off to the side goes Ratliff. Maysville gets it back into Watson. Rohrig to Watson again. Watson to the top of the key, driving inside to the cup and finishes. And now we get a timeout, Maysville. 53-25. Maysville in full control right now over New Lexington. You're listening and watching high school basketball on Total Media Sports.
Discover the ultimate destination for custom apparel at Elizabeth's Custom Tees. Specializing in direct-to-film printed apparel and top-notch embroidery, we bring your designs to life with crisp vibrancy. From sports team to businesses, we've got you covered. Our embroidery services offer a classic, high-quality finish. Whether it's clothing or accessories, we customize it all. Serving Beaver, Ohio, and beyond, contact Philip or Kristen Babs at 357-6531 or 395-4905. Visit us on Facebook or email elizabethstees@gmail.com. Elevate your style with Elizabeth's Custom Tees today.
Right now, Maysville in full control of this game, up by 28 points, 53-25 is their advantage. New Lex will need to pull a rabbit out of the hat if they want to go to the Elite Eight over their conference foes in the MVL Small. There's a great cross-court pass. Stevens will spot up for three, no good, off back bumper, and it's rebounded by Watson. Watson's been sneaky, very good today. 14 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. It's sneaky may not be the right word.
I was gonna say, I don't even know if it's sneaky at this point.
I think Nichols was obviously getting a lot of the early shouts, but I think Watson's kind of taken over the second half a little bit. And now Nichols will motion Watson out of there. He'll spin inside. He'll go up to the cup, no good. And it's rebounded by Stevens. Nichols hasn't been as efficient here in this second half, and now he'll commit the reach-in foul.
His second foul of the game.
Gator Nichols picking up the foul. That's his second. Team third. Cade Rock returns, replacing Nichols in the
Rock steps in, and Gator Nichols, I believe for the first time tonight, checks to the bench.
Yeah. Hasn't been over there very often in this basketball game.
Stevens inside. Now they get it into the corner. 3 ball, no good. And the rebound is eventually fought for and won by Maysville. That was Adam shooting the 3. Corey Adam now back the other way. Watson to the cup for 2. Got it. How about Jordan Watson today? He's been fantastic. Stevens with the half-court heave, and it hits off the backboard. Maysville by 30 after 3 quarters, and they can sense a trip to the Elite Eight and a spot back here at the Convo in a couple of days' time. You're watching high school basketball on Total Media Sports.
A proud sponsor of Eastern Pike Local School Sports, Chase Brown Law, LLC is your trusted attorney in Waverly, Ohio. Whether it's real estate, closings, title searches, estate planning, probate, child custody, or divorce, we're here to help. Visit us at 112 West 3rd Street or call 740-947-2176. Chase Brown Law, your partner in navigating life's legal complexities.
8 minutes to go, and Maysville in total control right now, 55-25. Nichols back into the ball game after taking a quick break there at the end of the third quarter. Rock back in as well. Nichols being defended by Hansen. Inside, here's Iden. Bang, got it for 2. New Lex again just have been behind the 8 ball really most of this game.
Yeah.
Here's a 3 ball from Ratliff, short, and they're going to get a blocking foul.
I think it'll be Thresher, obviously jumping in. No, they're actually going to get it against Cade Rock.
Yeah. And that's his 3rd. Yeah, I thought they might call that one on Thresher too, but instead, New Lex will get the ball back. They get it to Ratliff. Stevens got it in the corner, steps back, puts up the shot. Nice finish there. Good mid-range shot there from Isaiah Stevens.
He just had a tough night from the floor. I mean, tough night for the floor general for New Lexington. Good block
nice.
there.
That was a kick out. It was a kick out. I promise you it was.
Oh, really?
I promise you that was
block.
a kick out from Watson. That was a beautiful play, and Iden was in the corner for 3. Oh, that was a good attempted pass, but just a tick too strong for Thresher underneath the hoop. And it's a 33-point advantage for Maysville.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen in a regional and a Sweet 16 or Elite 8 game us be in running clock territory. This is unseen for me. Almost a turnover there, though.
Yeah, great defense. He's done this a couple times, Hansen. And Nichols is able to get around him. Floater, got it.
What a game. 20 points now for Nichols. And you can see why he averages more than 25 in a game.
Good step. This is a 2 if it goes. It didn't go. Back the other way goes Nichols. Nichols had Stevens right behind him now in the corner. Here's the 3 ball. No good. Rebound by Rock. He put it up and in. That was Cohen Llewellyn who's in the game now. And I think New Lex going to empty the bench a little bit here as well, as Samuel Roop's going to check into the game here in a sec, along with Eli Stevens. Nice spin inside, and they got off to Stevens, almost a turnover. Stevens somehow kept it and got it to the hoop. Nice finish there from Stevens. He's got 12.
And leading the way for New Lexington.
Yeah, again, and I said it earlier, and I'll say it again, it really killed them early in this game for him to have the 2 fouls.
Yeah,
and to not be in that first quarter.
It
got away from him.
That's what turned the tide in that position.
Yep. It got away from him. And that's another spinning 2. How about 18 points for Jordan Watson? What a great game he's had as well. That's a deep 3 from Stevens, no good. Maysville snags the rebound. That's another one for Watson.
He's pretty close to double-double territory.
Yeah, 3 Maysville scores over 15 points. Iden is up to 15 as well. 18 points for this guy. Watson, he's fouled. He's going to have a chance.
No, it was out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Now
He may not have a chance. He'll check out of the game. Maysville crowd on their feet as Nichols checks out, Rock checks out, and Watson checks out. Here's the 3 from Iden. No good. Rebound Rohrig. No good. He's somehow still fighting for it. Almost got it again. And now he'll commit a foul. That'll be his second personal. And we are officially in a running clock. (66-29). Maysville have been fantastic. There's a deep 3 that is cashed. Nice shot there from Hansen, who's played really well tonight, I think, even though the score line doesn't reflect it. I think he's been good defensively when he can be. And Maysville now have brought some of the guys off the bench. This is Cade Pickrell on it. Ido now is on the basketball. He puts it up. What a tough layup. Over and under. Landon Iden. Beautiful stuff. Stevens now will go back the other way. There's the screen set by Roop. He'll fight inside, put up the floater, no good. And fight for the rebound there is eventually secured by Llewellyn. Iden going back the other way into the corner. Here's the 3 ball. That's going to be short. Pickrell there with the 3-point attempt. 3:25 to play. Another spot up 3. Another cash. Hansen, good player, playing what's likely his final game, and going out with a bang. Couple of bangs, for that matter. Ido with a deep 3, no good. Rebounded out. Here's another 3. Got it. That's Gavin Ferguson. 71-35.
Yeah, and Maysville, I mean, got to give a round of applause to Coach Dave Brown and what he's been able to build with that program over the recent years.
There's a 3 from New Lexington. That was Adam on it. Corey Adam, no good. Back the other way goes Maysville, almost losing it. They do lose it.
All those turnovers have been in the second half, 5 of them.
Another 3. Man, he's on fire.
3 straight.
Yeah, Bentley Hansen with another 3. Taking the mantle of leading scorer now. He's got 17.6 rebounds in this matchup. So, I mean, with 2 minutes left here, though, we can all but confirm that Maysville is going to play another game, as there's another deep 3. Ferguson on it. And we make some more substitutions. Let's talk about this potential regional final now between River Valley and Maysville. We've seen now both teams play. What do you think the keys are to that matchup on Sunday, which we'll have here on our Total Media Networks?
I think that game's pretty interesting. I'm pretty sure it's a 2:30 tip on Sunday.
Yeah, it's the first game.
It's the first game, so 2:30 tip. I think it's a very interesting basketball game when you look at it overall.
It's actually
between
2.
those two
I think
teams.
it's
It
2
is
and
2. It's 2 and 4:30. That's what it is. It's 2 o'clock tip.
There's
But
another 3 that's good for New Lexington. That's Adam drilling that one.
I think it'll be pretty interesting between those two squads because of the history. River Valley's never been to a Final Four, Ethan. They've never been to a Final Four in school history, and Maysville's only been to 2. And one of those 2 was just last year. So, when you look at it, recent history tells you Maysville and the way that the program's been built, they've been to this position before. River Valley, not so much
Adam
in that
with an air
situation.
ball. Putting it up. Nice finish there, and 1.
Thresher will go to the line. But I think it'll be a pretty interesting matchup. I think, obviously Maysville, very similar playing style to UDOTO. They like to go fast. They like to go quick. Obviously, Maysville has put up points in bunches in this basketball game tonight against New Lexington. But I think that the key to that game to me.
Stevens is checking out as well as Hansen. A couple of New Lexington seniors.
They get a round of applause.
Playing their final games. Great performances from the both of them.
Left it all out there on the court. Yes, they did this evening. But I think for Maysville and for River Valley, I think a big key in that basketball game is going to be rebounding. Maysville dominated rebounding early on in this game, and River Valley, obviously they match up pretty well size-wise against Maysville. Maysville's not super tall, but actually both these teams are pretty similar size-wise when you look at them in River Valley. They play pretty similar. They don't really have true big men on the inside. They just have forwards that play and are able to slash the bucket. But I think Watson's really going to be the X factor in that basketball game, and what his ability to play and his ability to really play like a guard is going to be the difference in that
Ebert
basketball
as well.
game.
Ebert for River Valley. They need him to be more vocal scoring-wise, I guess that's probably the best way to put it. He played really well in that game, as we can confirm now. Maysville moving on to the Elite 8. They'll be back here on Sunday, 2 p.m. We'll have it right here if you're tuning in from the Maysville area. Total Media Sports is the place to find your stream for that matchup. And again, huge shout out to New Lexington as well. A great season comes to a close, a district title.
First since 1998 for New Lexington.
Yeah, nothing to be ashamed of for the Panthers. Great season for them, and a couple of seniors go out with a great finish. Isaiah Stevens as well as Bentley Hansen. Malachi Thresher as well. Corey Adam, too, hit a couple threes late. So congratulations to New Lex on a great season, and congratulations to Maysville. They're moving on to the Elite 8. We'll see them here on Sunday. We'll step aside for a minute. When we come back, we'll wrap things up here for the convo, talk about the games we're going to see tomorrow. We've got 2 games coming up in Division 5 from the Convocation Center on tomorrow, Friday night. We'll step aside and talk to you in a second. You're watching high school basketball on Total Media Sports.
Hungry for something amazing? Sully's in the Valley is now open in Beaver, serving up the best flavors around, from sizzling brick oven pizzas to what might be the best Reuben in Ohio. Every bite is made with top quality, high-grade ingredients, fresh, flavorful, and crafted to perfection. Sully's is your new go-to spot. Come see what everyone's talking about. Sully's in the Valley, now open in Beaver.
Discover the ultimate destination for custom apparel at Elizabeth's Custom Tees. Specializing in direct-to-film printed apparel and top-notch embroidery, we bring your designs to life with crisp vibrancy. From sports team to businesses, we've got you covered. Our embroidery services offer a classic, high-quality finish. Whether it's clothing or accessories, we customize it all. Serving Beaver, Ohio, and beyond, contact Philip or Kristen Babs at 357-6531 or 395-4905. Visit us on Facebook or email elizabethstees@gmail.com. Elevate your style with Elizabeth's Custom Tees today.
You're watching Total Media Sports coverage of the OHSAA Convo Tournament. Don't forget to subscribe for more local sports content.
Welcome back to the gantry at the Convocation Center. I'm Ethan Sargent. This is Cade Williamson. Thanks so much for tuning in as we saw the Maysville Panthers take down their opposite Panthers from New Lexington, 74-44. Cade, just briefly, we saw Maysville dominate essentially from start to finish.
Yeah, I mean, Gator Nichols finished the game with 20 points. Looking over here at the stats, right behind him, you saw Watson with 18, then Iden finished with 17. So a good game overall when you look at it for the Maysville Panthers. They played very well. They played their brand of basketball, and they, I mean, they got a running clock in a regional semifinal matchup, and they're looking to go back to Dayton for their second time in 2 years, trying to go back-to-back years and make that trip to Dayton. So it'll be interesting to see how things pan out here for Maysville moving forward. Obviously, they've got River Valley, 2 p.m. tip on Sunday. We'll have that coverage on Sunday whenever that comes. That'll be a very interesting game.
Yep.
We saw a great game first to start off earlier in this one between River Valley and Unioto. That one 66-65, overtime victory for the Vikings. So, you know, I mean, hey, interesting matchup. Two teams with very similar color schemes, I'll say, overall with that blue and that yellow. I'm interested to see. I think that the way that it works is the team with the better overall record will be the number 1 seed, or will be the home team. And if that's the case, it will be River Valley who will be the home team.
Oh, interesting.
They'll be in their home white uniforms, and Maysville will be the away team. I'm not sure how it officially works out. I looked at the OHSAA website, and it didn't really give me much guidance on who will be the home team. But my guess is it would be the team with the better record, and that would constitute River Valley being the home team and Maysville being the away team. So we'll see how it pans out, you know?
Yeah, Maysville with a comfortable victory tonight. Let's talk tomorrow briefly. We've got 2 more games coming for you here on tomorrow, which is Friday. We switch our focus to Region 19, Division 5. That's where we'll see. We've got 2 games. First up, this one has had me drooling
a lot of circles
all week. And there's going to be a lot of people in this building, just like there were tonight. Great crowd for both games tonight. Going to be another great crowd tomorrow. Minford versus Garraway.
Yes.
These 2 teams know each other. They are familiar with each other. And you think, like, when you look just in terms of the way that they've been watching, you know, with the way the bracket works out.
Yes,
I think a lot.
You've been watching.
These 2 I wish they had played each other.
Yes.
It would have been cinematic.
Yes.
But these 2 teams kind of had each other circled in that I think they kind of knew that they were going to see each other here at this point in the season. Minford, so good. 23-1 on the season. They have that star duo, Miles Montgomery, Bennett Kaiser, and then the Garraway Pirates have also been in this spot before.
Blaine Raber, I mean, that's a guy who's been here 2 years ago. I saw him 2 years ago for the Garraway Pirates. He leads the way for that squad. Played here 2 years ago against Afrocentric. Lost that game in a regional semifinal. They're looking to go deeper for the first time in 2 years for those Garraway Pirates. I think that'll be a pretty interesting stylistic matchup as well overall between Minford. Minford, deepest run that they've had since 1995. They haven't got past the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8 in the regional area overall have the Minford Falcons. So they're looking for a deep run. Garraway, I mean, they've been here the past handful of years. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, they were here. They took on Afrocentric when it was 4 divisions. They took on them in Division 3, lost both times. So they're coming back to the combo, obviously not taking on Afrocentric, but taking on another very, very, very talented basketball team in Minford. So what's going to be the difference in that game? Is it going to be experience? Is it going to be the up-and-comers?
Talent.
Talent.
It's going to be that's an interesting stylistic matchup.
It is.
And then the second game also is a very interesting stylistic matchup. Martins Ferry, the record is similar to New Lexington, but this is another one where you can't let the record fool you. They've got some really talented players, including some guys in their front court that can just take over a game.
Yes.
And the same goes for the Chesapeake Panthers. They've had a great season, one of their best in their history. You got Maddox Kazee, who is somebody who can take over a game. Will Caden Perkins be able to step up after what was really just not a good game for him in the district final?
Yeah.
And I think he'll be looking to have a much better game in the regional semi. How do you think that one shakes out?
I think that one will be a pretty interesting game. 2 purple teams overall.
Yeah.
A lot of purple here this weekend, honestly, with Unioto first and then those teams there taking on each other tomorrow in the second game of the doubleheader in Division 5. But I think that game will be a pretty interesting stylistic game. Like you said, Martins Ferry, the big thing about them is the upsets. They sprung an upset against St. Clairsville. I thought we were going to see St. Clairsville here, you know, in that Red Devil squad. But they're not making the trip. They're not making the trip to Athens because Martins Ferry got the victory over St. Clairsville. That's a big win for them. I mean, it's an interesting game with Martins Ferry. They're very battle-tested with a squad. They faced a lot of tough teams up there in a similar area to where we saw Steubenville a little bit earlier last weekend when they took the victory in a district final. They're right there in that area is Martins Ferry, right by St. Clairsville, right by Bel Air, taking on all those squads. They played East Liverpool. You know, they're around a lot of those talented East District squads, and I think that'll be an interesting matchup for the Purple Riders. But as for Chesapeake, like you said, it's been their deepest trip in a long time. They're a very young squad. I'm interested to see how that matchup will be because it's two teams that really haven't been to this stage in a minute for both of these squads. So I think it'll be interesting to see how both of them obviously handle the pressure, handle playing in a Sweet 16 matchup, and being able to play in that big game here at the Combo. And
yeah, we saw Chesapeake be able just about to get out ahead over Wheelersburg. That game was last week. I think we were in here a week ago. A week ago on
Friday
last
was
Thursday.
Friday.
Friday. No,
yes.
it was Friday. You're right.
Yes.
So, well, we appreciate everybody who tuned in tonight. We had a great couple of games. First game, instant classic between River Valley and Unioto, 66-65. River Valley gets it in overtime. The second game, not quite an instant classic, but still a great performance as Maysville takes down New Lexington 74-44. Huge shout out to our Total Media crew for helping get everything and up on the stage and onto your screens tonight, and we appreciate everybody who tuned in for both matchups. For Cade Williamson, for myself, and for our whole Total Media crew staying so long from the convo, we will see you tomorrow night for our Division 5 regional semifinals. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you Friday.